Spending your budget on sound absorbing panels is like spending more to eat healthy food. It's kind of a bummer, but in the end, it's worth it. If you're like most churches, including my own, sound panels get put on the back burner so you can spend your budget on more exciting things like a new mixer or better speakers. After 4 years in our current auditorium, I decided it was finally time to invest in sound treatment. So in this video, I'll show you how we figured out what type and how many sound panels we needed. If we haven't met, I'm Cade, creator of Collaborate Worship, and I'm here to help you create a great mix every time. So be sure to subscribe so I can let you know when new videos come out. To be honest, our room sounded really good without sound treatment. This surprised me when we moved in because it's a narrow room with hard surfaces, and I'm not smart enough to explain why some rooms sound worse than others, but we lucked out with this one. There is one thing that always bothered me though. The low frequencies in the room, they weren't tight and they weren't consistent throughout the room. It wasn't too bad, but definitely something to be improved. So how about your room? Do you like the way it sounds, or are there improvements that need to be made? Let me know down in the comments. So I was tolerating our room, but then I found out that someone I've known for years has a family business manufacturing sound panels. All this time, right in my backyard, I had access to sound panel experts. So I invited them to take a look at our room. They showed up with their sound measuring device and ran about an hour's worth of tests. The device would emit pink noise in short and long spurts and measure the frequency-specific reflections that were happening in the room. And here's an inside look at what that testing process was like. They ran these tests with the reference mic in the middle of the room and also with the mic in the back corners of the room. And what we found out is what I expected. The mid and upper range of frequencies had very short reflection times. The low frequencies were a bit longer. The main problem area was in the back of the room. Their recommendation was to place 8 panels in the back corners to tighten up the low frequency response. In times past, I would make my own panels to save on budget by creating a frame out of furring strips and then wrapping mineral wool insulation in burlap fabric. But this time, we decided to invest in a more sophisticated solution. The sound panels were provided by my friends, Falcon Acoustic Design Group, and they're far superior to the panels that I can make. These panels were designed by Porter Falcon after decades of experience in the sound industry. He found out that sound treatment is more than just absorption. So Falcon's panels, called Acousticurve Panels, they address 3 issues. They're a bass trap, a sound deflector, and an absorber. You see, when you build your own, you mainly get absorption. But when you use these slightly curved, specially designed panels, you also gain the benefits of a bass trap and sound deflector. That's a lot of technical talk, and you probably just want to know if it actually works. Well, a few weeks after the testing, they came to install the panels. I found out that they don't just care about fixing sound issues, but they want it to look great as well. The panels they manufactured were custom to our room, so they fit around our light switch and our thermostat while maintaining a very symmetrical design. It's beautiful. They only use premium fire-resistant fabric, and they have more than enough colors to choose from to make sure it's the right look for your room. Once the panels were installed, it was time to put them to the test. Now, I've been mixing in this room for almost 5 years now, and the response of the room was ingrained into my brain. So if there was going to be a difference to be heard, I knew that I would hear it. And wow, the results were shocking. I mean, I expected it to clean up the bass response, but I didn't know it would clean it up this much. Now all those low frequencies that used to sound swimmy in the room are nice and tight. And not only that, but the bass response is much more even throughout the entire room. There used to be hot spots. Some people would be overwhelmed by bass, whereas others could barely hear it. Now, it's pretty much the same, from the front to the back, side to the side. I wish you could hear the difference. But since you can't, we ran those same sound tests after the panels were installed, and here's the results. Falcon Acoustic Design Group took our room from sounding good to sounding great. I'm one happy sound guy. If you're in the market for sound panels, you need to reach out to the team at Falcon Acoustic Design Group. Be sure to let them know that Collaborate Worship sent you. I'll include a link below where you can contact them. Now, another thing that really helps with the response of your room is EQing your room. Sound panels and room EQ really go hand in hand. I have a video on how to EQ your room. I'll include a link in the description. And before you go, smash that like button if this video helped you. I've got more videos coming your way, so be sure to subscribe so I can let you know, and I'll see you next time.